Good morning. Good morning, everyone. Alright, yeah, it's nice and early in the morning. I got some time, so I figure why not? Why not hop on and work on this mod some more? I think I'm just about done. I got like one more big question, and it's like, how many gems should I have? And I don't know. I just don't know. But we'll find out today, won't we? Alright, here we are. Whoops. Wow, my keyboard and everything's pushed way over. Holy crap. Must have been slouching pretty hardcore. Alright, let's make it daytime. There we go. So, I got a lot of stuff in, got a lot of stuff done. I still need, like, recipes for these. I think that's the second to last big thing. The big thing right now is, do I want to have 3 types of gemstones or only 2? That is the question. And this is going to... Here, let's get a couple things here. There we go. That's gonna kind of dictate, to some degree, the rune stones as well. We'll just throw all that out. Because I got it all in here. Alright, so right now, this is Arcanus. This is the new Arcanus. It's kind of blue. The Runic Scroll 1 uses the Arcanus color right now. And I have the Apprentice Staff, right? The Apprentice Staff. All of that you kind of make right early game. Because you know you can't you gotta jump to these, right? That's the Arcanus tablet. And then I like the idea of Chimerite. I like the color. I like the fact that I'm gonna have it blend all of the essence ashes together. But that's kind of putting it right here if I were to do that. But I ended up creating this little middle thing called Ethereum. I don't know if I need this Ethereum. I feel like it's an extra step for the sake of being an extra step. Like, what I could do is I could remove this staff, the Magician's Staff. I can change this to Chimerite, right? So this would be like the tier 2 cap. But I just have to find something clever for the tier 3. Because really it's going to be a tier 3 runic scroll, a potential staff. I could pare down to only 2. I don't know. I don't know. I gotta make the decision. Got to make the decision. I mean, Ethereum kind of makes sense here. It's yellow, right? You're gonna make it with the light tablet. Over in the dark side here, what you would be making is the this is where Eldrathrium would come back in. Wherever it is. Oh, it's right there. Yep. So you would make your Eldrathrium bits in here. But I feel like, okay, so how would you get Chimerite? Because technically, when you unlock tier 2, you would have access to all 3 ashes anyways, so you could make Chimerite that way. So I have no freaking idea. No idea. We gotta figure that out. We gotta figure that out. You know, the more I'm thinking about it, the more I do like the idea of having the Ethereum in. Because another big thing I'd have to change would be the Oculus. So you know what? We're keeping Ethereum for now. Which means alright, so now that I know, I need to rename these. The update's like pretty much done. This is awesome. Let's do... Runestone. Copy this, paste this here, uncomment that. This would be Ethereum. Let's do a quick reload lang. There we go. Looking good. I don't like the Apprentice, Magicians, and Archmage staff. I think I want to keep it kind of similar, right? Like, I like the idea of maybe like, yeah, this is the Arcana staff. This is the Ethereum staff. This is the, you know, Chimerite staff. Keep everything kind of together for the staffs. So I'm going to make that executive decision as well. ARCANUS. Let's get another song here. Next. There we go. Oh, you know what? Better yet. There we go. The one that's doofy. Ethereum. Chimerite. Perfect. Oh, I'd have to change it for all the staves. You know what? I could do that. That's easy. Let's look at Apprentice. Everything here. Replace all. Oops. Copy that, right? Get Ethereum. Select all. And the last thing is going to be the Archmage's staff. Copy Chimerite. Bam. There we go. Save, Fireball. Do a reload there. Yeah, that feels better to me. Feels better. I need to make sure that... You know what? I think I did the test already here. Did I? Yep. Okay, so you can make the new Lacrima. Perfect. I need to test the Essence Core. Oh, and we gotta change the Essence Core as well. Where is it? Here we go. So we have the Inert Essence Core. Is that gonna be confusing with the Inert Essence Lacrima? You know, I think it's fine. So let's test this out. I was gonna say, whoa, I threw the wrong thing. No, that's what it's supposed to look like. So I don't have anything for this right now. So how much essence should you need to turn this into one of the charged? There, let's go back in here. Right, to turn this into one of the charged essence cores. Why are the charged essence cores in the equipment? let's see if I can't fix that. Because you should not be able to equip them. So it should be in attunement core. You know what? I probably need to break this down into two. So I'm gonna save and quit. Quit. Copy this. We're gonna go down to right here. Instead of attunement core, this is gonna be called essence core. There we go, Essence Core. I can get rid of all of this. Get rid of this. We don't have any behaviors to bestow upon this. Light, neutral, dark. So let's get rid of all of that. I think I get rid of all of this too. Yep. Yeah, let's get rid of it all. I was considering. Oh man, I forgot that comma and it messed up all my spacing. There we go. Like, why is it not working out? And then instead of Rustbound Magic Equipment, this should just be in the main creative tab. Should not be in clothing. There we go. There we go. Get rid of these. Light, neutral, dark. There we go. Oh my god, did I have something unique for every one of these? Vice, I'm disappointed in you. You lazy bastard. Alright, that means in here I can prune these out. Prune these out. Gotta keep those. Light, neutral, and dark can go. It's looking good. I could clean all of this up here. Keep them in equipment with clothing. Get rid of all this. Get rid of all this. Light, neutral, dark. Get rid of that. Light, neutral, dark. Oop. Light, neutral, dark. There we go. So that should have separated out these two things. Perfect. Let's hop in. Kind of wondering if that's going to mess up the essence core. The spacing before kind of worried me a bit. We'll see. Oh man, I've been on a water kick. Let me in. Oh yeah, I should probably see if there are any errors. Nope, it just took a little longer to open that time, I guess, for whatever reason. Yeah, so that's gonna be gone, right? That's the essence core. So in equipment, we scroll down. Yeah, I don't see them there anymore. They should be right there. Oh, I gotta do the localization. Let's do that. Attunement core. Alright, so this won't be the attunement core anymore. This will be essence core. Oh, this is kind of sloppy though, because now I have the regular. I think I need to change this to inert, and then light, neutral, dark. Let's go back in here. Let's go back in. Where is it? Block types. Here we go. Item types. Probably have it under resources. Yeah, see, I have an essence core here. I'm gonna put these two together. Let's get rid of that. Alright, so I'm gonna make an inert version. And it's gonna take from the same thing. Awesome. Storage flag. Yeah, let's change the storage flag here, definitely. So you could put it in the bag. We're gonna add inert. Light, neutral, dark. I will eventually have to add some hooks in there, but we're not doing that right now. Let's get rid of I may need to look at this a little closer. Yeah, I may have to look at this a little closer after I'm done. Alright, let's get the inert in here. INERT. Alright, that takes the same thing, and then we have this. Paste, this will be dash inert. I have a bunch of transforms here. Oh, these are the attributes. I'll leave those out for now. Are all of these the same? I think they are, so I'm going to consolidate this. Just have it be the wild card, since it's the same over here. Same thing down here. Wait, first person hand transform. That's not used anymore, so now it's the third person hand transform. This is exactly the same too. Yep, and it's the same here, so let's get rid of these other two, kind of simplify things. Get rid of that. Ground transform, yeah, it's all gonna be the same, right? Yep, it's all the same. Bam. There we go. Save. So for this, I'm going to set this to false. I won't delete it yet. Reload. I think we'll figure this out, and then we'll work on a couple more spells. Maybe we'll work on the Gift of the Mage next. Alright, so this obviously is no good anymore. What we should have in here, yeah, is the inert one. Alright, so I can throw it in. So yeah, the transforms are a little weird, the shelf transforms. Probably the same with this. Yeah, I'm envisioning it being smaller, so I do need to bring over these transforms here. Copy. Let's go back into here. There we go. Let's try this. Ba-dum-bum-bum-bum-bum. I think I'm going to be switching to playing games in and out soon. That's a much better transform, I think. It's not enormous. That's great. How does it look in my hand? Kinda big. Holy moly. Right, then you throw it out. That should be the size. Alright. Let's do .tf edit. Main hand. Maybe 6-0? Maybe 6-5. Maybe that. I'm gonna have to bring it down a little bit. Oh man, these numbers are nasty. Here we go. Right, something like that. Maybe tick it over just a little bit. There you go, something like that. That is a little more manageable, I'd say. You know what? Why don't we zero this out? Now let's change the Y back. Maybe like that. Looks pretty good. Could I bring this down to like a 7.5? Six five. Maybe that. Alright, that looks good. I gotta put this in here. So this is the third person hand transform. Ugh. Glad I'm getting rid of these ugly numbers. This was 15. This is 65. That's for the translations. The rotation stays the same. The origin is now this. And then the scale is 6.5. Bam. I gotta clean up around my computer desk. Alright, that is better. That is better. I don't want it to be too small. It needs to be like just big enough. Yeah, that looks good. That looks good. I need to turn into that. Alright. So now we need to create a recipe for this, right? Because I want to be able to transform this into some, into the, charged version. So we got to do that. So in order to do that, we need to come down to my recipes. We're gonna have to make a new recipe. This is gonna be tier 2. We're gonna have one for light, neutral, dark. So I guess I'll show everyone how I make these recipes, what system I came up with. Dark attunement core. Did I do this already? I started to do this. Oh, thank you. Thank you, past Vice. So that's gonna make the light attunement core. Wait a minute, it should be the light essence core. We're gonna copy that. I actually need to change this in here. Here. What was I doing? Was I just gonna use a rift charge instead? Oh, should I do that? Do I need an essence core? I mean, I still need to change these names, but I think I remember what I was going to do. Which makes everything I just did useless. Everything in here, we're putting the neutral, the inert. We're getting rid of that. I remember what I was going to do. Luckily, this isn't going to take too long. Gotta write myself more notes. Alright, so instead of attunement core, this is now an essence core. Although Yeah, no, I'm gonna call it an essence core. I'm gonna call it an essence core. That's what it is. Essence core dash light. Under item. Save. Let's go into here. So this is the neutral. Neutral, neutral, neutral. Change that. Save. And then this is the... Oh. This is the dark. Right? Dark, 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 dark. Oh, let's change this. Dark. Dark. Essence core. Save. Okay. Now what I need to do is go into... Where is it? The block entity for the Arclight Furnace. I could build and we could get in the game, and I think I could do the rest in real time. Wait, let me see. Oh. I already had stuff in. Alright, there's not much more to do. We correct a few of these. Right there. And the registry, that's what I was going to do, was make sure we had the registry in here. Neutral, light essence core, dark. You know what? We're gonna close all. I have it, it's called Attunement Core. It really should be renamed to Essence Core. You know what? No, it's not. It's fine. It's fine. Alright, let's build. Hop in. So I should be able to make these now. Why did I stop this process? I probably ran into a roadblock and thought, like, oh, I gotta make this better. I gotta figure this out. Alright, so I do not have... Yeah, I don't have the inert core anymore. So what you are supposed to do, right? Because you're tier 2, you can get rift charges. You could throw in a rift charge. Ugh. Ooh. Look at the size differences. Holy shoot. Oop. We're gonna get these baking here, and I'm gonna fix the size difference. I love how it slowly churns like into the vortex. Freaking love it. All right, let's get some cores out here. How big is it in my hand? See, that's the size I would expect. So let's throw one out. Let's do .tf edit, of course. Probably 250. Probably 250. That looks pretty good. Items, rift charge. Here we go. Ground 250. There really isn't a first-person hand transform now. I'm gonna reload. Alright, that is a much better size. Especially if I look at the one in my hand, that's pretty darn good. Alright, so we'll pick that up. Let's edit this now. I believe this is the display case, yeah. Maybe something like this. Oh, Dur, hey! I'm lurking, by the way, but hey, good morning. Good morning. Hope you're doing well. I'm doing pretty good. Whoops. Can't really complain. It's a good day so far. You know what? I should really probably pull out a display case and line it up in the display case. I think it'll be easier that way. There we go. Pop another rift charge my hand, right? Because now I can look at it and see if it's centered. Damn, that's damn near centered. How high is it though? Yeah, see, it's got to come down just a little bit. Which means this number has to increase. 375? That's not doing it. Let's do 4. That may be it. Yep, it looks like it's resting right in there, which means, yeah, that would be on the ground too. Awesome. Okay. It's looking better. Let's take a look here. So it says 6 minutes, 36 seconds. I'm going to do a quick reload. I want to make sure it's saving that data. I would hate to have something that takes a while and like a server reboots, right? Or you log out because you're playing single player and log back in and I'm not saving and resynchronizing the time you already spent. Perfect. So I am saving that information. Good. No! I gotta do that again. I forgot. Display case. What was it? 4, and then this was 15, right? And then this went down to like 50. That number. All right. Before I screw up again, we're gonna move this over. Going to the rift charge. All right. Display case. That's 4, 15, 5. It's gonna be the same thing here. All right, so 4, 15, 5. There we go. That should be better. So I'm gonna let these tick a little bit. And then I gotta figure out how you are going to transform this. Ooh, and it can't be a crafting recipe. It can't be a Thalmic workbench recipe either. Used to make attunement cores. Oof. I don't know. How much time we got? We got about 4.5 minutes. Yeah, because let's see. I had some notes in here, I believe. Yeah. So the idea was the neutral core would be able to make all 4 types, right? But you are directly sacrificing items for that one, right? I would posit to say the neutral essence is easy starting off because you can just feed items into it, but it's hard to get a lot of because again you're feeding items into it, right? Like the light and the neutral, or the light and the dark, I mean, you just kind of set those and forget those, especially the light. So the neutral will be able to make all 4 types. The light will be able to make just the alteration and conjuration, and the dark will be able to do evocation and incantation. Unless I don't have a neutral, I could just have it be a light or dark kind of thing. And you don't necessarily need a neutral. I don't know. But my idea before was, I was like, oh, I'm just going to make a crafting grid recipe, you know? And if you put things on one side, that's great. On the other side, I can't do that. And I can't make it a tablet, because first of all, it's going to be 4 tablets. It's gotta be natural. Wondering if I should give you like a GUI so you could have it in your hand, right? And then you could like maybe open it up, and then like kind of like I could write a tag to it, right? And I can allow you to choose between like light, neutral, dark, whatever. And then maybe by using it, you would turn it into the essence core. Yeah, maybe I could do that. Then I could soul bind it to you. So I think this is going to be working a little different. Here, we'll pull this out for example. All right, so the idea is you would take a rift charge, you would throw it into here. It would tick and burn and create whatever charged core is. And then you would take that charged core, and then I can have you open up, you know, to choose what you want to turn it into. Kind of exactly like these, right? So you have to choose, you know, light, neutral, whatever it is, save it, right? And then from here, right, it would have something currently selected, and then you can then attune with it right here. You'd be able to attune with it. Vice, you son of a bitch. I think you figured it out. think you figured it out. Insufficient mana. Only 25 mana. Yeah. That is pretty insufficient. All right, so I already have some stuff in, right? So instead of select color, I could just copy this, right? And I could say like save to core, change this to, you know, like charged essence core. Select spell school. Create, you know. Oh man, this is gonna be easy. Oh, you know what? These should be just about done. 10 seconds there, 20 seconds, 27. I just want to make sure this works. Good, it consumed it. And I got my charged core. Boop, consumed. Yep, got it right there. Perfect. Consumed, and we got the light core there. There it is. Lunatic Mag, hey, welcome in. Thank you for the raid. Let's give you a shout out. Let's see if it's actually working here. Let's see what you were playing. Also, Boop. Thanks for the sub. It's not telling me what you were playing? Wait, I could try this. Shout out. There we go. Limbus Company. I don't think I've seen that game. I don't think I've seen that. Well, welcome on in. We are working on more mod stuff. I am creating the new way you get your essence cores, or your attunement cores. And then after I finish this up, which isn't going to take too long, we are going to start working on spells again. We will be working on the buff Gift of the Mage. Limbus Company and all the Project Moon games is my obsession. Interesting. I'm kind of curious about it now. I said before earlier in the stream that I definitely am going to switch to playing games on and off too, and not just always streaming mod development. This company. I was gonna take a look at Grounded too. I was gonna play that. I think I've seen this. This looks familiar to me. Yes, I think I have seen this before. I've never played it, but I think I've seen a couple other streamers dabbling in this. Nice. It's technically a gacha game, but it's the only gacha I will ever play. It's a gacha game. Oh no. Oh no. I should be right at home, right? Random rules the world. All right, let's continue with this. So I need to shut down because we have to make we have to do a couple of things. I'm gonna have to make one file, get it registered. It's gonna be a GUI. And I want to copy the GUI for the transmog stone. Copy paste. This is going to be Essence Core. Copy. Instead of tool Essence Core, it's just going to be Essence Core. Paste. Paste. Alright, so item stack in. Alright, so instead of transmog stone, this will be... I could do... Oh man, I'll just say... Charged Essence Core. Perfect. And then in here, I need to change this to GUI. Essence Core. So this is going to be what? Light. Or no, it's gonna be the spell school, right? So this will be evocation. And I'm just gonna copy this. Paste, 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 paste. I'm editing the right one, right? Yeah, okay. I've done that way too many times. So evocation, alteration, incantation, and conjuration. I don't really need these because I'm gonna understand what I'm trying to do. This is gonna be evocation. You know what? Instead of doing it like this, I could do spell school dot evocation dot toString. That way, I do that because I leave breadcrumbs for myself in case I ever change this. Paste, 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 paste. Like it will come up as an error if I ever get rid of evocation. So I'm not finding it in a crash, I'm just gonna find it before I even build. Incantation. And this will be alteration. Project Moon is 3 games. Bonomy Corporation, Library of Ruina, deck building. See, I never really got into deck building kind of games. In Limbus Company, gacha game, which is not really a gacha. Main reason to play Limbus is the story and the world building. It is peak. Nice. The hell am I doing here? Right? I'm like, wait, what? Oh, okay, I see what I did. I had that. Let's get rid of all of this. So I don't necessarily need... I'll just put core in here. If it contains core. Scroll down a little more. Title bar. Transmog Stone name. GUI Transmog Stone name. This will be Essence Core name. Name type model. Let's get rid of that. I don't think I need the name type anymore. Oh, I know what I did. Anyways, be right back. I'm gonna go grab a drink. All right, we'll be here. I'm not going anywhere. I'll call this Spell School. Wish you the best of luck with the mod. Thanks. It's a lot. I've done so much work on it. So much work. It's the new update I'll be pushing out hopefully today. I want to get this done, and then I would feel confident. Like, okay, now let's have everyone play through it again. Wait, I want to get this done, and then I want to do a couple more of the recipes, right? Get some more recipes in, and then let people play a lot further. Because then, I mean, pretty much the mod is kind of done. At that point, it's like tweaking, and I got to create the guide. That's it. I could do, instead of save to stone, save to core. So I may be able to reuse this. I may be able to. We got to look at the packet, but I may be able to reuse this. Yeah, because I don't care about the item. Although the tag, the tag. It says Transmog Stone change type. Why do I care? You know what? I think I can reuse this packet, and I think I'm going to. Before Render 3D, what the heck is this? Oh, okay. So if this doesn't contain Essence Core dash light, or that, right? So light, neutral, or dark. I think these need to be ands, right? Because or's gonna be too liberal here. It's gonna be too just. I need it to be. It cannot be light, and it cannot be neutral, and it cannot be dark. Right. So if it's any of those, then try to close. Else, if your hand's empty, just try to close. I think that's what I need. I have returned. Welcome back. I haven't missed too much. I am pretty much. Let's do tool. Yeah. I didn't think I had to register anything. I'm just gonna attach this. We're gonna hop back in the game. Should I go on with my Limbus Company sales pitch? You can if you want. You can. Yeah, if it's your obsession, you can. I've been side-eyeing Grounded too. That looks kind of fun. Spellcasting. Where is it? Where did I put my Essence Core? Ah, there it is. Okay. I was gonna say, what the heck, man? So I'm going to need a couple of these things. You know what? I'm not. I will need these. We're just gonna move this over here. So we're gonna need these variables, right? We're gonna switch this to Essence Core. Everything else should be fine. We are going to go to onloaded. I don't even have an onloaded in this, so I'm going to copy, paste. Oh my god, I think I can just literally copy the whole bit here. Yeah, I think I can. I'll have to redo some localization, but that's the key we're looking for anyways. And then I'm gonna need on interact start, step, cancel, and stop. And basically I just need the rest of these methods. I'm gonna comment these out. Paste this in, and we're just gonna kind of audit these a little bit. Right, so I do a check to see if you have magic. And then we open up the GUI here, right? So this would be Essence Core. Again, I'm gonna have to redo some of the localization, and I can do that as I step through. So if the code contains Essence Core dash light or neutral or dark. That's all I want for here. That's all I want. Alright, so that's everything there. Then on step's going to be pretty easy. Just stay crouching, don't move. If this is a staff and this is an item, this is an item staff. I don't need any of this because this is something else here. Weird, AutoMod held that back. And it's not giving me anything to read. So Olympus Company is a turn-based game. You take the point of view from Dante. You command a cast of 12 sinners, all based on different literary books, for example. Ishmael from Moby Dick. I can't believe it didn't see Moby first. Man, AutoMod's a little messed up. Oh, look at that! Fuck you, CO. Oh, I can feel the rage that I had back then, having to redo this whole transmog system because of freaking combat overhaul. So Lunatic, that does sound better. I do like the 12 sinners. That's kind of a cool setting. And to throw the literary stuff in there. That's pretty cool. I could get rid of this because this is just making sure you had something in your offhand. I don't care about that. Okay, so this is where things would get a little iffy. So I don't need... Okay, so let's do Essence Core Dash, right? Essence Core Dash. So I'm going to clone the item. Wrong. I am not going to clone the item. this is what I'm going to do instead. And basically I could get rid of most of this other stuff. Hold on. So current durability. Why do I have this? Why do I have this? Oh, you know what? I just need shape and color gone. There we go. That's right, because I'm going to write soulbound to it. I'm going to soulbind it to you. You're going to take it out and then replace it. That's what we do. And this durability subtraction is just from your left-hand item. I don't think I need this, but I'm going to keep it in. I'm going to keep it in. I may need it. I may need it. I'm probably doing that instead of rebroadcasting, like, everything. So, code with variant, model... I see what I did. So I'm getting the item in hand. I cannot do this. I cannot do this. So I'm going to cut that out. What we are going to do is I'm going to create a new variable called item new item 1 equals, and what I will do here is say player.world block accessor dot no, it's not block accessor, it would be world dot get item, and then in here I could say new asset location. We're going to do RMR references dot mod ID with colon plus essence core dash, right? And now we need to get this string right here, plus paste this in, bam. And then in here we could just do new item 1. There we go. So basically I'm taking your essence core, so let's say it's a light essence core, right? And it has the tag on it. So I'm going to say, okay, you're going to take that light essence core. We're going to create a new item that's going to be called, oh, you know what? It's attunement. Whoops, attunement, attunement core dash. And then I'm going to take that tag of like evocation, right? And I'm going to merge those two things together. Just in case, I will put in a safety net here. Why don't I have my spell schools, my enums? The hell? Evocation dot to string. That's being fucking stupid. The hell's wrong with this thing? That is what it is, right? Oh, spell school, that's it. That's what the enum is. And that would be dot capital TO, right? That's dot to... Oh. There we go. Alright, so I'm going to cut this out. Let's see. The way the game works is you go through the story nodes, with some being combat encounters. Story is told in a visual novel style. As for the gacha, you pull from mirror world versions of the Sinners. One example is Mirror World of the Outis. Was an employee of W Corp, and you team build with these different identities. Sounds interesting. Do you stream that? Do you stream that a lot usually? Like next time you stream it and play it, I'll have to watch. I have to see what the game's all about. So I create the attunement core. Left hand item. This doesn't quite look right to me. This part doesn't look right to me. Oh, you know what? Okay, maybe it does. Maybe it does look right. And then I put the durability on, I take it out, and then I put the stack in. Okay, that's what I need to do. Let's get rid of this, because the whole mage armor thing isn't used. Okay, this may have actually been all the coding I need to do, besides localization. Something I really like, though... Oh, let me get the game started here. Boop. There we go. Something I really like, though, is that the gacha is not the only way to get identities. There's a system called ego shards, where you get enough ego shards, you can grind indefinitely through the repeatable mirror dungeon game mode. You can shard for whichever identity you want. If you want specific identity, you don't need to hope you pull it. You could just grind to get whatever you want. Yeah, so yeah, it's a gacha with a way out then. Right? Because it's kind of I see. Gotcha sounds so dirty. Okay, well, we did need some localization, right? But I can kind of look at this and I can see, okay, so it has something there, something there, something there, right, for the localization tags. Probably the same thing, right click to select option, sneak plus right click to apply option to equipment and offhand, right? So I would do that a little differently. Let's do the localization as we're stepping through things. GUI. There we go. Transmog stones. So right. Let's delete this and delete this. Copy, paste, paste, paste. So, evocation. Evocation. This would be alteration. Alteration. This would be incantation. Incantation. And then this one is conjuration. Copy. Paste. Perfect. And then for these two things... Alright, so this would not be transmog stone, this is essence core. Paste, paste, so this would be charged essence core. Save to stone, it would be save to core. Dot reload lang. Charged essence core. We got our selections here. Okay, so GUI select spell school. GUI select, we'll copy and paste this here, so we will put in spell school, so select Select spell school. Reload, go back in. There we go. Alright, so Charged Essence Core, select Spell School. I could click on whatever I want. Let's do the localization for this next. This is going to be tooltip dash item dash... I believe it should be like Transmog Stone. Item dash... that one's Essence Core, so this should be... Transmog Stone. Ooh, don't have it, huh? Oh, Tool. There, Tool Transmog Stone. Copy, paste. This would be Essence Core. So I see Essence Core Light. So light, neutral, and dark, right? So why don't I do this? Changes... I could say changes into an attunement core. Currently selected, no type selected, right? I do stream Limbus relatively often whenever there's a new update. And the current update was an event rerun which added voices to the time-killing time intervallo. They're also super generous with the currency. Every 2 weeks you get a little over 10 pulls from weeklies, not to mention update and bug fix compensation. Is this only on PC? Or is this on phone too? Because like if I can get it from like the Play Store, I'd probably get it. I've been looking for like a good phone game. I saw recently Dredged was also something you can get from the App Store. Let's see, search Limbus. Oh well, it's auto filling for me. Yeah, look at that. 4.8 stars, over 1 million downloads, huh? You know what, good sir? Wait, it's free? I can just install it? Technically on the phone, but not super optimized on the phone. I'm getting it. I am getting it right now. I'll give it a try off stream. There we go. So I had to hop on Wi-Fi. No thanks. Sweet. Can I uninstall it on my phone? It's too big for it. Sounds like a good problem to have. Alright, so I need to come up to here. Right, okay, so path 1, path 2. We're gonna get rid of path 2. Gonna get rid of all the path 2 stuff. And we're gonna get rid of it this way. Wow. I put it in the wrong places. There we go. Now let's see what it looks like here. Let's do a language reload, right? Okay. Changes into an attunement core. So instead of that sounds kind of boring, right? A super saturated Rift Charge. That can transform into an attunement core. Probably super dash saturated. There we go. So, light charge, a super saturated rift charge that could transform into an attunement core. So currently selected, oh, there's tooltip item essence core. So what is it trying to say? Oh, sneak plus right click to apply. Okay, let's find that. So these two things also need to come up here. Copy, paste, and paste. Right click. So this would have to be like 4 then. I think I see what I did. So that would have to be 4 and that could be 3. Okay. Dot reload language. There we go. So this is what it looks like now. Super saturated rift charge that can transform. Rift charge is not one word. My God. Right? It's not one word, right? Yeah, rift charge. And I need to come up here. Where is it? There we go. We'll get rid of that. Perfect. Fireball. Reload language. All right. So super saturated rift charge that could transform into an attunement core. Right click to select options. Oh, Vice. You and your English. I should probably fix that down here. There we go. And then I can say sneak plus right click to apply option to make the attunement core. There we go. Almost got me. Bam. So all the localization's done. Let's right click in here, right? So let's say I want to create an alteration attunement core, right? Oh, wait, let's check this too. Knew it. A GUI transmog stone save to core dash save to core. There we go. Save to core. Copy. I gotta go back into here. I gotta find that. This. Reload. There we go. Save to core, right? So I can select this, click that. So it should have saved it. Currently selected, so it did save it, but I do not have these localized either. So let's see what I derped. GUI essence core evocation, alteration, incantation, conjuration. Rustbound, so tooltip item essence core. Oh. I got it. Item. Tool transmog. Yeah, it's all of this. All of this. Paste, 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 paste. Paste, 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 and paste. And then in here, I just gotta copy this first part. That should do it. Reload language. There we go. Currently selected alteration. So, and I'm still telling you, sneak plus right click. I don't like that the R's not capitalized. But you know, I'll leave it. I'll leave it. Maybe it is better that way. All right, so. Right, it's got alteration on it. I could change it if I want, right? Conjuration. I can change it to whatever I want before the process happens. Let's go back to alteration. All right. So now I got to sneak and right click. Oh, world message here. Message world essence core light. Hold item in offhand. That's coming directly from here. Oh, I gotta get rid of this, right? Because you don't need anything in your offhand. Eesh. Get rid of this. Can I just continue? All right. There we go. Must stay sneaking. There we go. It was interrupted. All right, this is pretty good. Pretty good. Let's see what it creates. It creates destruction and domination. New item is null. Why is it null? Oh, player left hand. No. Don't do that. If I need to get it this way, let's go up. Let's go up. So I can just pull right from slot. Slot item stack attribute, get that ID. Why the hell does this not look right? This does not look right to me. That's soulbound player. I'm getting the wrong tag anyways. Alright, let's just do this. Let's see if we could continue. Okay, so everything where it's like left slot, I just need slot. I just need slot. So this should be RMR references dot. There we go. That's the key that I want. I need to get that string. Oof. Just trying to see. You know what? It's gonna create a broken item. Oh my god, slot. Yeah, just stop, just stop, just stop. Don't even try, don't even try. And then for this, I can just do slot, take out. You know, I don't need to take anything out, actually. What I need to do is replace the item in your main hand and then mark it dirty. That's all I need to do. Alright, let's try this again without me breaking everything. After this, we'll need to do one more thing, and then we are going to work on the spell Gift of the Mage. It's going to be an AoE, like you'll be able to place it, summon it in the world, and then whoever walks into it, whatever mage walks into it, will get a burst of mana. And we may add some charges to it as well, with like a cooldown. Light charge. All right, so let's take a look here. So, alteration, save. Right. Let's make sure. Let me do a reload here. So it should still have alteration on it because we're saving the tag data. But I just want to make sure the client and the server both see the same data. Man, I want sushi today. I think I'm gonna go to the store and get some. Alteration, perfect. Let's see. Holy shit, it actually worked. There's the attunement core. Hold on. It actually worked. What? Yeah, it still sees the attunement core. I can't put it on, right? Because it's not soulbound to me. And then you would just soulbind. Bam, right? Now I could put it on. I'm attuned, right? Let's get a staff. Yoink. Perfect. Plunder. That's an attunement spell. Oh, failed to cast because insufficient mana. Oh, look. I forgot the attunement core. I forgot it does that. It subtracts mana. I think I need to make 2 versions of this attunement core. One is going to be like generic, it's not going to really do much. It will allow you to cast spells. The other one is going to have the stats. That's what's going to happen here. Let's pull this up. Let's get this done. Can't believe it worked. So now I'm going to copy this, paste this in. Variant, normal, advanced. I may make a master crafted one, not sure, but I'll stick with those 2 first. This may screw up a couple of things. This may screw up attunement as well. Which means in here, right, now it's got to be normal. And then for this, it would have to be dash advanced. Because I only want these just like that. Just like that. Save, fireball, reload. So this is going to be broken. Alright, so that can go. Boop. So now to get the attune... Oh, I got the exhaustion debuff. Ah, that's fair. Let's pull out a couple of these. And then the extra light. Alright, so going over each one, they're all the same. We will go for alteration again because I have the plunder spell. This is cementing this. There we go. Stupid hair. I gotta redo the names, the localized names for this. Attunement core dash basic paste advanced. Dot reload lang. Man, I want some sushi. I keep thinking about it. Why didn't this work? Why didn't this work? Soulbound to Vice. Well, so it actually... It did put a Soulbound tag on it. So it automatically soulbinds it too. Ooh. New food show with the mischievous hobbits from Lord of the Ring on Amazon Prime. Interesting. A new food show. It didn't send me. It didn't put the link through. Automod's been on a tear today. I don't know if they got some kind of update, but it's been stopping things left and right. Why isn't this working? Attunement core dash basic dash evocation. Let's go to the attunement cores, probably at the bottom here, right? So advanced worked. Oh, because it's not basic. Oh, jeez. Should I have it set for... It should be basic, huh? There we go, which means in here instead of normal, basic. Reload. I'll be right back. Gonna do some stuff with friends now. Sounds good. Have fun. Thanks for pointing out that game. I'll be trying it out today. It's installed, ready to play. Boop. So that goes away. All right, take two. Started out only international streaming, but they recently added it to Amazon Prime. I'm super excited. Interesting. It's not the Rings of Power, right? When you say Lord of the Rings, Billy and Dom eat the world. Oh, okay. So it's not Lord of the Rings then. Honestly, I like shows like that where, you know, I could see like how other people cook, and I really enjoy cooking. Oh, failed to select an option. All right, let's see what we make. So I made a basic attunement core. And it is not soulbound. If I put it on, yeah, this item is not soulbound to you. Okay. So now I have to soulbind it. Here we go. So it did take my 50 mana. So if I try to cast this plunder spell, it's an alteration spell. It says spell failed. Must be attuned to the alteration spell school. All right. So if I put this on... Oh, I'm still recovering from the attunement sickness, am I, right? Where did it go? the little thing disappeared. I probably did something weird. Let me know how it goes. If you need any help with anything, I'm happy to help you out. Also, I could send you my friend code if you need it. Yes, yes. Discord it to me. Yeah, like I said, I've been looking for a new phone game. I play them, and a lot of them, it's like you hit a wall, and they expect you to spend money, and it's like I could spend some money, but I'm not spending like $100 fucking to get all this stuff. Like I just want to play the game, just want to play. Kind of want to grill some pork chops too, but I want sushi more. I want sushi more. I got this dry rub. This it's a brown sugar and maple dry rub. I want to put that on the pork chop. So then I have like mesquite chips, mesquite pellets. So it kind of as I grill, I smoke my food as well. Sounds really good. Can I put this on yet? No, need more time to recover. I suppose I could end it early. Could just end it early. You see any of my units which interest you? I can put in my shared company and you can borrow it for stages if I have it. I have most IDs though. Yeah, I gotta see. So there are like guilds in it too? I guess I'll have to see. Go hang out with your friends. Be holding you here all day talking about that. All right. So yeah, that's interesting. Now, what if I give myself some ailments? So that's where it is. So it's not ticking anymore here. It's not ticking. Overgrowth is so mean. It's such a good debuff. It's so freaking mean. Oh man. What game? It's called Limbus Company. Right? Yeah, Limbus, Limbus Company. All right. I probably should take the cocktail of debuffs off of this tool. I should probably do that. Never heard of it. It's a turn-based game. I've yet to play it. I'm going to play it after streaming though. Sometime today I'll be in it. Wow, it even affects you flying. Oh man, I love it. There we go, everything's ticking down now. Attunement core drops. You need more time to recover. Too bad it's not time-based. I could have just skipped time. Put it back on. So, let me look here. 1048. Let's do something else. Let's look at the spells. Let's look at my spells here. So I got Dig done, Hydration, Dig 2, Dig 3, Delirium's done. None of these are done. Okay, so I could work on Gift of the Mage. Oh, you know what? Before we do that, there's a big problem with this. Each one of these cores can make everything. I do not want that. I want light and dark to be able to make certain things, and the neutral, I may have it to where it could make like one thing. And I'm not sure what that one thing is. So we're gonna minimize this. We have to go back into this GUI. this is what I'm gonna have to do. Paste, right? So if this contains dash neutral, right? This would have to be dash light. This would have to be dash dark. So dark is only going to be able to do evocation and incantation. And the default will be evocation. Light is only going to be able to do alteration and conjuration with a default of alteration. And I hate to think of it like this, but neutral. I think neutral should only be evocation instead of all of them. Because evocation can use every element for like elemental attacks anyways, which seems more like a neutral-y kind of thing. Maybe I could do evocation and conjuration. I'll do those. I'll give two. I'll give two. Right, so now we pull this up, right? Alteration or conjuration, evocation or conjuration, evocation or incantation. Right, so I'm allowing you to kind of choose depending on the essence, right? But some of these are going to be locked. You know, I feel like evocation. I'm only gonna have evocation for this, for neutral, because I may get rid of the whole neutral core anyways, and then just divide it up between light and dark. Probably what I should do, now that I'm thinking about it for real, it probably is what I should do. But I'll keep it as is. I'll keep this viable. So, right, it's the only thing there, but evocation, incantation, alteration, conjuration. You know, maybe... How about this? The neutral will only have evocation, right? This will only... Yeah, there we go. So this will only have evocation. And then I can have alteration, conjuration, or incantation, conjuration. Because I feel like conjuration, right? That's kind of like, it doesn't matter if it's light or dark essence there. I like that. I'm gonna do it that way, and then I'll rely on feedback from people. So I'll get rid of evocation. So that's just going to be evocation. And then alteration, conjuration, or incantation, conjuration. Alright, that one. Incantation, conjuration, that's good. And then just evocation. Oh, man. I mean, it's good, right? That should be fine. That should be fine. Because I did kind of I made alteration and incantation like two sides of the same coin. All right, like basically this one heals and applies buffs. This one, it it can heal temporal stability instead of health, and it can dispel debuffs with a couple buffs of its own. So I think that works out perfectly. Can I put this on yet? All right, good. The time passed. So now it says spell failed. Oh, did it not work? I must be looking for something different. Let's go back to the staff, because I did change the names. So if this is evocation, yeah, attunement core dash. Yeah, so I need to make this a little more robust here. So let's do this and that, right? So if it's not an attunement core and it doesn't have evocation, then do this. Okay. That is better. So this would be alteration. This would be incantation. And then this is conjuration. There we go. That should work. Insufficient mana, that's what I should see. But if I try and do this, oh, it's gonna fail. It says failed to cast spell. Okay. Insufficient mana still. What the hell kind of spell is that? That's Fireball 2. Jeez, I need Fireball 1. Alright, where are my books? You know what, we're just gonna use this one up here. Soulbind. So that's Rust Orb. Rust Orb should be... Damn it, there we go. Yeah, that's an evocation spell. Let's pull out a couple different spell schools here. So we can do Plunder. Right there. And then let's get a general spell here. Reap. So in my staff, yep. Insufficient mana, so I need to figure this out a little more. So I can cast Plunder, but it's also allowing me to cast Rust Orb, and it should not. Let's go back into here. So if the selected spell is evocation, I gotta do a return in there, I think. Yeah, this is wrong. So it's passing everything because it just skips this, right? It just skips this. So I need to cut all of this out. Then down here, right? Before I get to the pick range or anything, Hello.
Mom's gonna take the child out in the sandbox and I'm gonna mow the lawn.
Oh, okay.
So I'm letting you know.
All right, sounds good. Thank you. Man, I gotta oil that door. That was didn't know anyone was home. All right. So I gotta look at this a little bigger here. So if this is evocation, if this is an evocation spell, get rid of this. Get rid of this. I think the whole, like, interact return base is not what I want. And I think I have to change the handling as well. To be like, not handled. I think I need this as well. I could still cast that spell, still cast that one, still cast that one. So it's not, So if this spell is an evocation spell, yeah, must be attuned to the evocation spell school. Is it getting down to here? I see what it is. Okay, I think I know what's going on. So we'll focus on conjuration, right? So if it's a conjuration spell, if the slot is empty, right? For whatever reason, like your slot, right? That's empty. It's gonna just not handle it. We're gonna return. Else, if this is not, if it doesn't contain attunement core, and it does not contain conjuration, then don't handle it and return. Do I need a return here? Well, because I would want it to keep going. Unless this is not seen as an attunement core. Oh, snap. Because I did change it. I changed it. Alright, dropped armor, not soulbound. Okay, here we go. Okay, so attunement core. That's all I'm looking for. Oh, then dash evocation, dash alteration, and dash attunement core. No, so it is seeing it as an attunement core. And then I'm applying all the stats if there are any stats. Interesting. I'm really not sure why this is not working. I have no idea. unless I do something like... Yeah, we'll just get rid of this. Oh, wait a minute. I think I need to do this a couple of ways here. Okay, I think I know what to do. There you go. So we got all of this. Let's copy these 4. And then we have to go into here. Potentially. Alright, we'll paste this in, right? So if this is an attunement core, I need to get a couple variables here. Yeah, gotta grab these, scroll on down. Paste. This is all gonna be return false. There we go. And then I would have to send a you know, I don't think I have to send the message because I'm already sending you the message. Let's try this. Right, so I could still cast that. Damn it, I could still cast that. And I could still cast that. What the hell? What the hell? Yeah. Bastard. How could you? Alright, get selected spell. School equals evocation. Hops into here. I say... Let's put all of that in as well. So it's not empty, it has something. So if this is not the attunement core... You know, why don't I just put it all in? Basic dash... There, I'll do something like this, right? And then you stop the animation and stop everything. Just like that. Hey! Oh, no. Okay. So it's partially working here. Yeah, because now I can't cast. I think that's the secret. Right here. Okay, so let me just get rid of this. And we'll copy this. I think it's going to be more efficient to get it before we even get there. So I could just put this in. And this will be alteration. Oh, I was gonna say, why is a happy here, not there? Okay, copy, paste, paste, and paste. I'm gonna save this because now, ideally, it should fail everything, right? Okay, there we go. If I move this, right, it fails there too, all right? Good. Now let's go back up here. So this would be Conjuration. This would be Incantation. And then this would be Alteration. There we go. I think the other thing was, you know, instead of an and, it probably should have been an or. So I can cast Plunder. Unable to cast Evocation. That's what it was. Now, just because I would prefer the other way, the old way I was doing it, you know what? We're gonna undo it all. I'm just gonna put the or here, so there we go. So if this does not contain this, and you know, it needs to be and it does not contain, because I have the advanced, right? Then you can't cast the spell. So this is the new if statement, and we are going to put this in here. Evocation. I'm just gonna try that. Unable. There we go. So now you could put on either one. And it should work. This would be Incantation. Incantation, and then this would be Conjuration. Conjuration. There we go. Looking good. Mighty fine. Yep. Plunder on myself, but if I try to use Rust Orb, well, it says insufficient, right? It failed. Failed. There we go. Spell failed. Must be attuned to the Evocation Spell School. So, I want to move this back up to where it was. I want to move it back up to here because I don't want to tell you insufficient mana or anything. Right away, I either want to tell you you're silenced and you can't cast a spell, or you're not attuned, and then go through everything else, right? Like, is this a scroll of binding? Blah, blah, blah. Alright, so let's cast this buff on myself again. Feel more aware of your surroundings, right? There we go. Spell failed. Must be attuned to the Evocation Spell School. Perfect. So it doesn't matter what mana I am at. Good. So the attunement system is in. Right, because now if I take this off, I got my attunement exhaustion, right? I can't cast that. Can't cast that. Must be tuned to the Alteration Spell School. I could still cast Reap because that is a general spell school. Boop. Reap's got a long range. Maybe I need to pull that back a little bit. Item block, world, spells. Spell. Here we go. And this would be a general spell school. Here we go. Reap. 10 feels like it's too much. So I could do a 5. And then a 7. And then end with 10. 10. Perfect. We'll do that. I'm gonna have to save and quit. Okay. There we go. We're gonna rebuild. All right. Yeah, I guess I have a little more time. Was there anything else that I needed to... Wait, I need to do the recipes. I'm gonna shotgun in some basic recipes. For the netherite tablets and the Eldrathnium tablets. Okay, this is interesting. I'm noticing the attunement core, the exhaustion debuff, is fading away when you relog. And I think it's because I messed with the attunement core. Which means let's do a generic search. We'll just look up the keyword exhaustion. It's not what I expected. Where are my enums? Those are abstracts, effects, enums. Here we go. And I want to go into spells, and then we can go into spell names. Essence Exhaustion is what it's called. Find all. I spelled exhaustion wrong before, didn't I? Yep. That's why it didn't come up. Alright, so that's fine. That's fine. Entity behavior buff system. RMR references dot logger. Zero. Tell me how much time I have on this debuff. Got a lot of time left. A lot of time. Spell effects. Debuff Essence Exhaustion. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Debuff Essence Exhaustion. Let me take a look at this. References to string. Entity behavior debuff essence exhaustion timer. Right? Because that's the same thing. Entity behavior debuff essence exhaustion timer. Okay, that looks okay. And then for helpers here, weird, this should be This should... I should still see it in the effects list. Because it is ticking down. Alright, let me put the cocktail of debuffs on myself. Stasis! I think stasis is the thing that's like screwing everything up here. Oh. Because I think stasis is removing the global buffs too. I'm just gonna disable stasis for now. No, you know what? So it keeps all of those. Ooh. Interesting. Very interesting. Okay. Alright, I know how to search for this. Why don't we go back to spell names? What's one of these here? Fatigue. Show me everywhere I have fatigue. Right? So I have it in here. Same thing right there. That's just getting colors though. Then I have this right here. This good old fatigue. Come on, where's my print statement from here? Wait, I got rust sickness. Why am I not finding it? Was it up here? Stability stabilizer. Oh, wait a minute. These are in different formats than the other debuffs. Oh, sugar. All right, we're gonna just put something in there. I'm gonna come back down. So in here, right, I probably should follow this format. Because I got rust sickness in here too. So... okay. Let's give this a try. Let me copy this, paste this in. Instead of debuff rust sickness, it'll be... debuff... what is it called? Elemental Essence Exhaustion Timer. There we go. Go back up to this error. Means I can get rid of all of that. I'm gonna have to bring down the cooldown for pet spawning as well. And the spell scroll exhaustion timer as well. So paste, 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 and paste. Anywhere it says rust sickness, it should be essence exhaustion. Copy, paste, 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 and paste. Should look like this. I can get rid of the immunity to rust sickness and stuff like, or yeah, the immunity to rust sickness. Although, you know what? Why don't I keep that in? I can create a new stat. I'm gonna make a note to myself. Create new stat for immunity to essence exhaustion. So I'll leave it for now. So if you put my admin bracelet on, it should give you the immunity as well to this debuff. Double check everything. That's looking good. All right, so let me get rid of this. Copy, paste, paste, right? Because I had different ones, so that was, I think debuff spell scroll. Exhaustion. Paste, 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 and paste. So this would be run, spell, scroll, exhaustion, logic countdown. Spell scroll. There we go. And I will put in spell scroll exhaustion there. You know what? Why don't I take the couple minutes after I'm done here to just create these new magic stats as well? Right? I don't need to hold off on it. I can just do it now. This one's gonna be pet exhaustion, right? So instead of essence, it's gonna be pet. What is it called? Debuff cooldown for pet spawning. That's what that one is. Paste. Paste. This should be global cooldown for pet spawning. Paste, paste. So this should migrate the rest of the stuff over. I'm gonna create a little visual divider for myself. There we go. And I can get rid of that, right? So we have essence exhaustion, immunity to debuff is all I will say. Immunity to debuff. And I can get rid of the little notes here because I'm doing it now. There we go. Then we'll get rid of that. Debuff. Debuff, right? So we're going to go into here. Paste, 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 right? So this is going to be immunity to essence exhaustion. I'm going to copy exhaustion, right? So this will be essence exhaustion. This would be spell scroll exhaustion, right? And this would be pet spawning. Exhaustion. go. Just wanted to change songs. So this would be, instead of Rust Sickness, that'd be Spell Scroll Exhaustion. This would be Pet Spawning Exhaustion. Alright. I'm gonna save, and we'll just keep editing. Now that I have those made, I could come back over here. And instead of immunity to Rust Sickness, it'll be immunity to Essence Exhaustion. This will be immunity to Spell Scroll Exhaustion. This would be immunity to Pet Spawning Exhaustion. There we go. So I put those in. There is one more thing to do. I need to go into here. I have to create some variables in here. Paste, paste, paste. Copy. Paste. Copy. Paste. And then this was pet spawning. EXHAUSTION. Exhaustion. Oh, come on. Damn caps. Turn that off. Right? Now... I'm going to find everything here. So... I'm going to want to add these two things to the Heart of or these three things to the Heart of Harmony, right? So I'm gonna do a copy and paste because I do not trust my typing as far as I can pick up my house and throw it. Copy, paste. Copy, paste. So when we get all the dots connected, it will already be on the equipment. Paste. There we go. Yeah, edit. I know. There's a lot you don't like right now. Just bear with me, damn it. We gotta do something with these effects here. Paste, paste, paste. Again, I need to copy, paste. I hate dragging windows, god damn. It like resizes things if I do it wrong. Copy, paste, right? So, immunity to Rust Sickness, immunity to Essence, Exhaustion. This would be Spell Scroll Exhaustion. This would be Pet Spawning Exhaustion. Alright, yeah. Edit. So now we gotta come into here, right? Copy, paste, paste, paste. We'll do the Essence Exhaustion. Right there, this is going to be the Spell Scroll Exhaustion. That way it shows up on the gear as well. And that's what we just made the localized keys for. There we go. Alright, and now I gotta come down to here. 1, 2, 3. Immunity, essence, exhaustion. This would be spell, scroll, exhaustion. This would be pet, spawning, exhaustion. Alright, I think that's everything, right? So I got this. Oh, I gotta add it to here too. So I'm going to... There we go. Let's see where I put all this. Copy, copy, copy. Here it is. Okay. Copy all of this. Paste. That's what I want. Alright, so it should display everything correctly now. We're gonna save again. Just stop. Just stop the game. Just stop what you're doing. You're gonna hurt yourself. Alright, so we got it there, we got it there. Got it there, got it there. We want to get the blended stats now, right? Which I already did. Right? So if we scroll up, this is going to be using the new debuff system. I already got it in my main references here. Now we have to do some stuff with magic stats, so I have everything in here. Wearable, we gotta add it to here, because now this is going to be actually applying our stat. We connected all the other dots. This is all we have to do. Paste, paste, paste. So immunity to essence exhaustion. I'm just going to copy that. Paste and paste. I'm going to delete these other two. Copy this one and paste that in. So instead of essence, spell, scroll. Copy. There we go. And here... pet spawning, and then we're going to put on the equipment after this and test it out. As soon as I log in, I should see the debuff pop up. Got to do it a couple more times here. All right, paste. This is going to be immunity to essence exhaustion. Copy, paste, paste. Instead of essence, it'll be spell, scroll. And this would be pet spawning. This would be essence exhaustion. This would be spell, scroll, exhaustion, and then this would be pet, spawning, exhaustion. EX. There we go. I guess I just copied Hoshin. Hey Vice, how's it going? Was planning on looking into licenses for my code mods. Do you put a license within your mod at all? I do not, and I probably should. I mean, where would you even put that? Hey Oats, how's it going, by the way? So I'm so absorbed right now. I'm really trying to make sure I connect all the dots right, because like one slip up here and I won't know what's preventing it from working. So got that, and then I gotta go down here. Okay, I remember. Now this would be immunity to essence. Exhaustion. Basically, my license would be, you could use it, don't fuck with it or resell it, right? Like, that's basically it. Use it to have fun, not to make money. Or I'll find you. Immunity to essence. Exhaustion. Why am I not seeing? Oh, I gotta make another. There's another variable I gotta make here. Paste. This would be essence exhaustion. Copy, paste, paste. Alright, so this instead of essence would be spell scroll. Spell scroll, this would be pet spawning. Pet spawning, there we go. Save those, come back into here. Excellent. Copy, paste, paste, right? So this would be, instead of essence, this would be spell scroll. Spell scroll. And then this would be pet spawning. Pet spawning, there we go. To pet spawning. Alright, and the last thing would be a helper, right? Ooh, so I'm sending the packets here. Shoot. I'm gonna have to create specific packets. No, I got it right here. I just need to put it in the correct format. This is the old packet. Yes. Yes. And then I would apply this debuff. I see lots of pasting. Just wondered where I would even put it for it not to mess up anything. Now, do you have to embed it in your code, Oats? Or can you just put it on like your GitHub or whatever? Or your mod data, your mod page? Because I think I have something on my mod page that says like you can't resell it or anything. Maybe mod page? Yeah, because I don't think you necessarily need to package it up. So this would be applying the debuff. I have concerns right now. Let's look at essence exhaustion, right? So that's the timer. So immunity to debuff. This would be immunity to pet spawning exhaustion. Immunity to debuff, here we go. And then you would put in this. What was the pet? exhaustion, string, this timer right here. So I think this is how I will have to do it now. Alright, so I'll keep stabilize. We will do the essence exhaustion, right? So instead of pet spawning, essence. Essence exhaustion. There we go, the essence exhaustion timer. Where was rust sickness again? Okay. Okay, I see what I did. So I got that. Debuff cooldown for pet spawning. That's stabilized. That's silence. Silence is already done. Silence is not. And then I got spell scroll exhaustion. Okay. This is what I was looking for. Paste this in so I can delete this part. This would be spell scroll. There we go. That's so much better. Okay. And what I'm going to do is cut this out. Paste it into here. Cut this out. Paste it into here. There we go. And then, you know what? For silence, I'm gonna convert that over as well. Just like that. This would be silence. Silence. There we go. So all of my debuffs should be migrated over to the new system. I'm gonna get this divider, put it here, and put that there. Because that's considered a different kind of debuff. And then that. Perfect. Now, I am not using this packet because I don't think I have like a spell scroll exhaustion yet. But everything else, all right, let's fix yep, fix that up. I can get rid of this. And we're going to build and hop back in. Now I'm kind of curious if I have this on my mod page. No, I guess I'll put it on my mod page. There we go. Save this. Build. Let's hop in the game. So as soon as we sign in, right? As soon as we log in, a lot of things should... well, we should see the Essence Exhaustion debuff. Actually, we may not, because I think I may have the Heart of Harmony on, so it may have cleared the debuff already. Right? So let's see if it worked. I could put it back on, so it cleared it automatically. If I take this off, right? I could put it right back on. because I have the Heart of Harmony. If I take the Heart of Harmony off and I take this off, there's my sickness. I try and put it on, drops it. There we go. Hey, using the new system, working pretty good. Now, if I refresh this, right, it should still be up there at 9 minutes and 39 seconds or whatever. Or 53. Perfect. So I'm curious about this. And it's ticking all of those off. Now, if I sign back in here, right, reload, does it remember I had Plunder on before Stasis stripped me of my buffs? Does it remember? Very good. It remembered. Good. So it didn't put that right back on. I try to equip this and I drop it, but if I put the Heart of Harmony on, next second, gone. And now I could put this back on, and I'm attuned to... Oh, insufficient mana, but that's good. That means that, yeah, I'm attuned to Alteration now, and I can use Alteration spells. Yep, there we go. This one, I'm not attuned to Evocation, so I can't cast that spell. Hell yeah! Woohoo! This is working pretty darn good. And that looks good too. Alright, so to walk through this, you have a neutral core, a light core, and a dark core. You get that by throwing the stuff in here, waiting a bunch of time. It's going to cost a bunch of essence. I just put 1,000 in for now. And then it spits out whatever the core is there. So the neutral, you're only going to have Evocation that you can attune to with the neutral. The light is going to be Alteration or Conjuration. The dark is going to be Incantation or Conjuration. I think that's pretty good. Kind of makes it to where, like, okay, you want Evocation. That right there, you could get that pretty early, right? Pretty easily with this. And then, you know, if you want to heal, or, you know, if you want to heal, you want to do this. If you want to be Incantation, you want to go this route. But either one of these advanced ones can also make Conjuration. Genius! Gotta be careful. I'm gonna crack a rib kissing my own ass there. Guy's just so handsome. So smart. And he really wants sushi. Really wants sushi. That means that this inert essence core is no longer an item. We gotta prune this out. Inert essence core. So smart and handsome. Thank you, Oats. I feel the love. Inert. Whoops. Not what I wanted to do. Alright, so I will get rid of that. Inner Essence Lacrima is absolutely still a thing. Get rid of this. We need to go down to here. Wait, was it Netherite? Was it a Netherite tablet? Yes. There it is, Essence Core. Delete. And now... I don't think there's anything else I need to do. Yeah, I need to delete the recipe as well. Alright, so let's save and quit. Oh, sushi would be nice, share. You were here, Oats, I'd share. I'm gonna be buying like 3 California rolls, man. And I got this Seto Furikake that I like to sprinkle on as well. It's awesome. That stuff, it's great on sushi because, but it's like the shaker. It's basically like sushi, right? I put it on rice, and it's got like the dried seaweed and sesame seeds, and And I think like some bits of like dried salmon to give it like a nice umami kind of flavor. It's such a good seasoning. It's my favorite rice seasoning. So I'll get a little soy sauce, sprinkle that on. Oh, it's gonna be so good, and just devour the rolls. All right. I'm getting a little ahead of myself here. Get a little too excited about this. We need to go into the Thaumic Foundry, and I need to go to my Netherite tablets, Essence Core. We're gonna delete that. I'm gonna come down to here. I'm gonna go where it's angry. I think I have to rebuild. Yep. So right here, I'm actually gonna hop into here and we'll delete that out first. Save. Hop back into here and delete that out. So I completely removed that tablet. I also need to go into my recipes. Napping recipes, here we go. And delete this because that is no longer an item. Perfect. Nice rolls. Know it. Man, I really want sushi. I'm getting like hangry over it now. Getting hangry. Ah, delicious life-giving water. Well, nothing blew up, which is great. No issues during startup. This item no longer exists. Good. Boop. Can go with all the other items that don't exist anymore. Can go with all them. All right. I can get rid of that essence core. Boop. Sweet. I need to adjust these recipes, and then I think I'm ready to build and let people playtest with the new stuff. Because I decided I am going to keep the Ethereum, so people will be able to get up to... Naturally, they'll be able to get up to the Ethereum, which is unlocking all of this. They will not be able to get to... the Chimerite stuff. Because, you know what? Maybe they can. So this is something weird right now. So, right, I'm treating Eldrathnium like an ingot. Oh, never mind. Is it the bits? Or do I just not have a recipe in for it? Yeah, so I don't have a recipe in for it. So... I have another set of tablets here, right? So you have the flint tablets, you have the enchanted stone tablets, then you have the astrolith and netherite tablets, and then I made Eldrathnium tablets. I don't think I'm going to have Eldrathnium be a tablet. There's going to be like a final step to get you into Chimerite. And I have two types of stone left over. I have Zeganite, which I've yet to actually incorporate. And then I have Abyssium. And I don't think I should have both of them. I think I need to choose one or the other for like whatever the final stage is. right? Because this is the enchanted stone now, netherite, astrolith. I only have 3 essence generators, so that's what I have to piece together. Speaking of food, I just ordered a bit of KFC. Man, the KFCs around me, Oats, no lie. You could go within like a 30-mile radius. They all suck. They're all terrible. There's never anyone in there because you'll go in and you'll get stuff and the chicken is so dried out. It's just it's terrible. I wish we had a good KFC around. I wish we had a good fried chicken place around us. It doesn't have to be KFC. There's this one place around me called Kennedy's Fried Chicken. I swear to God, it's a drug front. It makes the greasiest chicken. It looks like you walk into like it looks like a laundromat, like an old laundromat. And like the people that walk in and out of there are like the most sus people that you will ever see. And there's one time when I got some Kennedy fried chicken. The chicken was pretty good. Like not a lot of breading. Like you could peel. It was good. It gave like all of us food poisoning. Like it was like myself and a bunch of friends. We were hurting after eating that chicken. That's like hangover chicken. It's terrible. But it tastes pretty good at the time, but oh my god. Fucking Kennedy's fried goddamn chicken. We got a Popeyes around us. Not recently, within the past couple years. One Popeyes, and it was I went for like the launch. The chicken, it was weird. It's like to make the chicken tender, they took like one of those little like the things that have like all the spikes, like the tenderizer, and it's like they hit the chicken with that, and then there was some like weird gel in the chicken. It was really weird. It didn't taste bad, but I just didn't know what the hell they were doing. So that was the last time I ate there. I have an idea for like a final tier of essence. I have an idea. Oh, you know what? I gotta check all of these. Oh, I gotta select options. We'll do evocation, alteration. Why not? Incantation. Why not? Because I gotta make sure I can make each one of these. Hold on. I messed something up. There we go. Essence Core. I gotta change my default. That one needs to be Incantation. And then Alteration, and then Evocation. Right, so now, if I save... There it is, Incantation, okay. Alright, so let's make each one of these. Boom! That one worked. Oh no! Yeah. There's a good chicken place nearby, but it's certainly different to KFC, so I like the alter... Oh, okay. I got you. Anyways, I need to go do some coding myself before chicken arrives. Sounds good. Enjoy. Alright, so I can... Oh, I didn't check every single one of them. Here, let's use the dark. Right? I gotta make sure I can make conjuration. That is correct. Whoops. There we go. Yep, I can make each one. Throw those out. Gift of the Mage. That's what I need to work on as well. I can throw that away. So I'm thinking, Have a good stream and maybe speak to you soon. Yeah, we can. We should be able to talk a little later today. I'm not going to be streaming for that much longer. I'm wondering if I should make a new kind of essence. An essence that is like the fusion of all of these essences. But the way you would make it is by getting a better arc-light furnace, and I can have it to where it needs to see a little of everything. And then it could glow with like whatever the glow is, like whatever the color I make this essence. And then that could be like the final tier. Right? And that could be how you make the, you know, Abyssium or Zeganite. And then finally getting into Chimerite in tier 3 spells. Maybe. All right, so let's look at these recipes here. So I got those recipes. Yeah, so like Eldrathian Bits, the Runic Scroll 2. The Runic Scroll 2 I think is done. Eldrathian Bits is not done. Get rid of that. Alright, that's not done. That's not done. That's not done. Not done. Not done. Nope. 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 And this one's not done. Alright, so for now, I'm just gonna get rid of that. I see. All right, so I just need to change this stuff here. Why don't we pull up some recipes? Let's start easy. Eldrathium. Right? Eldrathium. If I pull this up, guides. Okay, this is what I was looking for, my old recipe for it. So it took 2 rustic compounds, 4 primordial fragments, and an obsidian. Obsidian, huh? It's 3 items? You know what? Why not? Why not? Let's go to here. So why don't we do stone dash obsidian first game, right? And it's gonna take 1 obsidian, and then rustic compound. What was it? 2 rustic compound? That's fair. 2 rustic compound. And then 4 primordial fragments, which is fine. That's half a gear. So instead of 4 of those, I'm just gonna do 2. Maybe I could do 1, and then 2, right? So this would be primordial fragment. Now I'm not sure if I can do this, and that made 5. That made 5. There we go. Wondering if it probably should be 3 primordial fragments, 1 rustic compound, 1 obsidian. Because I am giving you 5 of these. There, 1 obsidian stone, 1 rustic compound. Oh, it still has the old 2. Let's do 1 more reload. And then after I'm done with this, I'm going to build another alpha build. And have people test it. Although I got feedback from 1 person the last time here. No one's been saying anything. So, okay, this is what I could do. I could either have it be 3 primordial fragments and all the stuff for 5 Eldrathian bits, or I could bump that down to... I don't know. Because it's 20 per ingot, right? 20 per ingot. Five at a time. You know what? I think that's pretty good. That's a pretty good recipe there. I'm gonna say it's done. I'll rely on feedback. I'll rely on feedback. And you know, I'm gonna keep track, because if anyone that had access to this bitches and complains about like, oh, this is too much, or all these recipes are too, I'll be like, where were you? Why are you just now coming in? You lost your rights. Playing Division 2, working my way up through the summit. Alright, that's fair. Haven't played Vintage Story in ages. You know what, Lunatic? Same here. I haven't actually played this game in ages. Although, you know, I am kind of disappointed with the 1.21 release, the way it was released. I'm disappointed. Very disappointed. What am I looking at? Okay, I want to look at the old recipes here. Wearable. No, that's not it. Disabled. I'm looking for the old recipes. Compound magical repair kit. No. Where the heck are the bag recipes? Were they under tools? Maybe they were under tools. No. Oh, okay. Okay, they may still be in Cannot Craft. Tier 2 wearable, there it is, Mage Weave bag. So what did I have before? I'll get back into VS eventually. It's on my eternal list of games I go back to now, right next to EverQuest and WoW. Oh man, I've been kind of craving some WoW. I don't know why. I'm kind of craving it though. So for Mage Weave, Tier 2 Runic Scroll. The Resonator's not a thing. Rift charges. So I'm gonna duplicate this. Season 3 WoW about to launch. Season 3 War Within. Ooh. You Horde or Alliance? And what server? You should send me your server that you play on too. Oof. Man, getting into WoW. Oh, I could pull out the Death Knight. Ooh, or my Warlock. Maybe do some pally tanking. Alright, that's the Eldrathian bits. You know what, while I'm here, let's pull up all the armor as well. We could tackle that next. Okay. Mage Weave bag, where are you? Netherite. Nope, it was in Astrolith, right? Nope, it was the netherite. Mage Weave bag, there it is. Alright, so... that's good. Let's do... Runic Scroll Tier 2. Right there, and you'll have one Runic Scroll. Oh, actually, it was 2 Runic Scrolls. 8 Rift Charges. How many, elemental crystals? So these were the medium crystals. You know what? I'm gonna leave it with the small crystals for this. Because either I can make it to where it's 3 small crystals. Yeah, because then I could use the large crystals in the bag of holding. Genius. Bam. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. So what I'm gonna do is make an executive decision here. We are gonna pull up the bag of holding recipe. And I'm going to put this in, right? So this would be large. And we are going to pull up that recipe as well. Tier 3, wearable, bag of holding. Bag of holding. All right, so it starts off with a Mage Weave bag. See what you did there, Vice. Right? And then we had the tier 3 spell scroll, and it was 2 of those. And it was 4 of these large ones. Perfect. And then I also had a crystallized memory. Copy paste. Just like that. And it was a single one, but I'm gonna make it 2. This is a really good bag. I ended up buffing it and I never changed the recipe. Inventory, bag of holding. There we go. Save. Fireball. Alright, so I could get rid of the bag of holding. We can get rid of the Mage Weave bag. And get rid of it here. Season 3, WoW. Oh, wow. Oh, War Within. I think 9th. Doesn't matter anymore. Can play Cross now. Oh, I know it doesn't matter anymore. I'm just curious. If you're Horde or Alliance, and what's your main class? Servers and faction all play together now. Yeah. And I'm glad they did that. Definitely glad they did that. So this is the armor. This is the armor. Let's go back into here. So I got the Mage Weave bag. We're gonna reload. I'm just gonna fireball reload. We'll make sure the Mage Weave bag is good. Look at that. Perfect. Boop. So I have the Gateway Keystones, the Chalix, and then I have the equipment. For the equipment, I could probably... I'm gonna have to make a decision. I won't do the equipment yet. I gotta make a decision. Because, like, am I going to have you use the old equipment to make the new? Or should you... You know what I mean? Or is there going to be some kind of recycling? Am I expecting you to get your Mage Weave again? I don't know. I'm going to have to answer that. Gateways. The Gateway Keystone. Let's do that one next. I think this would be under tools, right? So that's blocks. Item. Utilities? No. There it is. Alright, so this is an obsidian, an enchanted stone. 2 enchanted stones, an obsidian. Okay. Alright, let's pull this up. Gateway Keystone. Here we go. So, what does the Gateway Keystone look like? There it is. So definitely obsidian. Now, am I able to do like a test, apply, set a primitive password? Okay, it is reusable. It is reusable. Let's do stone dash obsidian. And we will imbue neutral essence into it. And why not also a rustic compound? Right? We could put a rustic compound in there. No crystals or anything like that. An obsidian, rustic compound, the ash. What does it look like again? It's... maybe some... no, you know what? That's about it. That's about it. I think that's good. I think that's pretty good. So, 1 obsidian. 1, 2, and 32. And then why not why not also like 1 primordial fragment? There we go. And this will be 4, this will be 4, this will be 3, this will be 2. Zalsect, hey! Caught this stream? Yeah, you did catch it. I got like 5 minutes, man, until I have to head out. I've been streaming for 3 hours, 10 minutes. It's about lunchtime. Hey, it has been a while. How have you been? Hope everything's been going well. Right now, I am going through recipes. I have to go through these few recipes in my hotbar, and then I can push out another alpha version of the update. A lot of spell work. Yeah, you pretty much can play it through now. Except you can't get to Chimerite. I'm not sure what that's gonna look like. Not sure. Alright, so that is done. The keystone is done. The essence lacrima, that's the next thing. So let's find it down here. Inert essence lacrima. You really need to be able to make these. And those are all textures. I can minimize that. Now I just gotta find it. How did you used to make it before? It was a tier 2 thing, right? It was tier 2. There it is. Tool Essence Lacrima. So you had to have a large crystal. That's what I did. I had it to where certain crystals. You could use certain crystals. I usually sleep through them entirely. I was actually surprised to see you because yours are normally about 3 hours. Yeah. Doing okay today? That's good. I'm doing all right too. I can't complain. It's been a really easygoing day. You know what? To make a lacrima, I'm gonna use large crystals here. Yeah, we're gonna bump this over to here. So it wants one large crystal. A crystallized memory. Right there. Glass? Really? Okay. Here, this is what I'll do. I'll put it here. Game. It'll be the first thing you throw in. Here, so the glass will be the first thing you put in, and then you'll put in a bunch of neutral essence. You know what? You're not going to put in any essence at all. So it's going to be the glass. Instead of a neutral essence, I'm going to have you do a rift charge. And then large crystal. Then crystallized memories. So this will be it. 1, 2, 3, and 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So for the glass, I had you throw in one plain glass. Rift charge, I'll have it be 4. Rift charges are kind of like expendable. You get a lot of them. I'm gonna make that 8. Large crystal will be, you'll have to put 2 of them in, and 1 crystallized memories to get the inert lacrima. All right. To make sure I did it right, start closing out some of these other windows. Using larger crystals makes sense because of basically a giant crystalline battery. Yeah, right? And then throwing some rift charges in there. Yeah, this is supposed to be harder to get, you know? It's a really good item. And actually, I'm hoping to get some feedback on Essence Generation, the new numbers, because I may increase the base Essence Generator to hold more than 10,000. And then if I do that, I want to increase the Lacrimas to hold maybe 100,000 or 200,000 or 250,000, right? Like an absorbent amount. All right, let's take a look at this. So 1 glass, 1 rift charge, 2 of any large crystals, and crystallized memories. Perfect. And the reason why I'm testing this is because if there is an error, it would pop up right now the way I'm parsing everything out. Like if I messed up one of the recipes, it would tell me. So that's working. So I just have these, the Chalix and the Mage Gear, and then the Gateway stuff. I'd find it funny to use lead nuggets or ingots instead of the rift charges because of how real-world crystal glassware is made. Yeah. Ah, maybe. Maybe. Throw some lead in there, some little hunks of lead. I do want to expand this stuff, and not just use all my mod stuff. You know, like all the stuff in mod. Like, so that would make sense. I could have that be part of the cost. I could just look at it here. So it would be... Now, would it be lead bits? Not a lead ingot, right? It would probably be lead bits. Get like 5 lead bits or something? Or would it, like, I have no idea. I have no idea. What do you think? Because I'll put it in right now. You like how I went from like, yeah, you know, I'll think about it, to like, yeah, let's do it. Yeah. The next thing here. I think I'm missing some opportunities with these recipes. You will, with you needing 8 in that book, either 8 bits or a single ingot. For the lead? Plain glass. Here, so let me do this. This is going to be game. So either 8 bits or a single ingot. Oh, I could do the single ingot. I think that maybe actually be easier. Now we're getting into how lazy am I. Right, because I could just do game ingot dash lead. Copy, paste. 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. Must have lead. Yeah, this is like the first pass. That's why I said ingot, yes. Lead is usually not too difficult to get. Yeah. Alright, inert lacrima is right there. There we go. Glass, lead ingot. So that's what it's going to take. I need to do these two. I still need to do the armor. Hopefully I can get these done today. I'm starting to get hungry, and it's like going on almost 3.5 hours now. My butt's a little sore, slouching a bit. So I'll do these 2 gateways, the gateway pedestals, maybe the Chalix, and then we'll find maybe someone to raid. Maybe. The tier 1 Chalix. Oh, cool. It's right there. Metal nails and strips for Aldrathium. Ooh. I see what I did there. So I'll paste that in, right? And it just wants a single one. Then we got some rustic compound. We had 2 rustic compounds. This took Arcanus. Instead of Arcanus, it will be Ethereum dash normal. And I believe, yeah, 2 should work for that. Or actually, because it's got to coat the outside, let's make that 4, because they're easy to make. So, the stripes, a rustic compound, the gemstone, and then I had 1 rusty dust. I'm not going to have rusty dust be in there. We are not going to have really anything beyond this. I think that's good. The nails and strips are going to be like the harder thing to get. There we go. Save. Fireball. I'm going to close that out, and then we're going to go right back to the top here, and I'm going to... Let's get rid of that. I'm going to look right into what it took to do, like, the tier 2. What was I thinking? Do I have you start fresh? Kind of. 1 more nails and stripes. Or, stripes, Jesus Christ, strips. So I'm going to copy this. Enchanted Chalix tier 2. Copy, paste. Copy, paste. There we go. So I'll have you throw in your original Chalix. A little more nails and stripes. Don't think we need any rustic compound, but I do want you to use Chimerite. Perfect. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 1, and 4. Oh, 4. Why not? Because there's only 2 types of Chalixes now. The rift charges are still listed? Yeah, that's on purpose. I want those rift charges in there still. Rift charges, the spells and everything, like, it's different than what it used to be. You get rift charges very, very easily now. It's a legit, like, expendable resource now. So yeah. Hungry causes issues, yes, no need to force it. I just flex my glutes and they start to get sore from sitting. Odor, that's what I've been doing. I've been like, you know, like my bouncing around and stuff, I'm like flexing my sweet meats. Oh man. Alright, Chalix. Wrong. Tier 1. Alright, so metal, nails, and oh, duh, because it is game ID. Game, there we go. See, that's why I'm double checking. If it doesn't parse through, it's not there. I'm not sure if this is misinformation, but I heard the damaging spells were kind of weak in the mod pack. What are your thoughts? That's not really misinformation, it's opinion. Yeah, the people that normally say that are people who are tier 1 and they're a little noob mage and they have like the very basic spell. Then yeah, they're the ones complaining, really. And I don't even listen to those kind of complaints anymore because I literally give people a config to change every attribute of a spell, right? So if they got Rust Orb and they're like, oh man, the bow and arrow's better, which I hear a lot, because it's easier to make. they can just go into the spell they got and change the number in the config, and then that will be the number of their spell. The higher tier stuff is pretty powerful. Even right now, like if I'll look up Fireball. There we go. Right, Fireball, a 4-second cast time with 5 damage. And you can run while casting it, and it has a 25 block range, right? Fireball 2, 10 damage. That cast time gets reduced, it's 8 seconds, but if you have your mage armor on, that you should, that's a 4-second cast time. Right? And that's if you don't attune, right? Because attunement adds another 50%, so that would be 15 points of damage. And then you got spells like Cataclysm, that is just an explosion of AoE damage that does like 20 damage to every single target in the area. Or Corpse Explosion that does 50 damage to like everything in the area. So, the moving while casting is huge. Yeah, it's enormous. Like, you can sprint, jump as you're channeling, and then you can hold the spell, right, to release it when you're ready. So that's huge. The more you cast something, do you do more damage with experience or cast faster? It's not really that. The more you cast spells, the more you use spells, the more magic experience you get, which increases your maximum mana, you know, giving you a bigger mana pool to be able to cast that spell more frequently. To get faster cast times, you need to put on equipment. Right, so you need to either make your mage armor, which is going to be a huge thing, because, like, especially the tier 3 mage armor, it reduces the mana cost of the spell by 50% for all of your spells. It increases the haste as well by like 25%, your spell haste on all spells. It gives you more mana regeneration as well. It gives you more max mana. Like this right here, it's ridiculously good. And it gives you magic protection, so if an elemental or something is shooting a fireball at you, you actually get protection from that as well. That, or you can get either the bracelets, the belts, or the necklaces, and there are different ones too, right? There are 3 tiers there. So you have some for like max mana, meditation regeneration per tick, mana cost, you could reduce it further here. You could reduce your cast time further as well. I think if you have all 3 pieces here for like haste, it's another 25% spell haste added on. And then you have your spell duration. If you're doing buffs and stuff, you can increase the spell duration. Here's damage. Spell stats, so that's going to be more like buffs too. So like for swiftness, it would increase instead of like 100% run speed. If you have all 3 of these on, it'll give you like 125% run speed. And then of course I have, you know, walk, like your actual walk speed increase, just because, why not? I threw something in for the non-mages. So there are a lot of ways to increase your stats, but a lot of the people that are complaining have no mage armor. They're tier 1 still, you know, like it's all... It's like, you know, yeah, you're supposed to be a noob. I don't hear you complaining that, you know, flint tools are better than the, you know, the copper sword you just made, like flint spears. Like, I don't hear that. But again, right, I also give everyone the ability to change all of the stuff as well. In boss fights, Cataclysm, your friend and the boss use their corpses. Yeah, yeah, because I have more attacking spells here. I'll show them off. We'll do Cataclysm, and we'll do like Inferno. So Cataclysm is going to be like one of the strongest spells here. It doesn't do 4 damage, it actually does 20 damage. I need to fix that. But basically, you will select an area, and then it's an explosion, right? That's what it looks like now. Within that AoE, it's going to do 20 points of damage to everything. Inferno's pretty cool. All of the Void Pulse and everything, that's another final spell of invocation or evocation. Because you could put down a gem, and then within this area, it will damage. It pulses and it damages entities that are in there for so many pulses. This does quite a bit of damage too. This is a good trap spell. But there are different ones for each element. So there's some neat spells. I was thinking of making this like the WoW Mage Rust Orb, to where you would launch the projectile, and it would kind of like pulse as it like slowly goes through a crowd. But I need to refine the spells a little more. Yeah, I got like Judgment in, Siphon is in, Temporal Funnel. Like I got a lot of spells in. The dig spell is kind of fun. Dig 3. This is the Cadillac. This is the big mana, longer cast time. There. I don't think, I don't think it'll affect the gravel. Yeah, it didn't affect the gravel. So here, let's go underground, right? You wanna cave? Look at all this smoke. So I'll do it right here. Boom. Let me get a lantern. Here, we'll use my mana lantern. So this is the spell. This is a good spell. Boom. And if you can't reach somewhere, right, like that's too far, you could still like tag it. How does a tier 3 handle ore? It's not gonna mine ore. All dig does is it removes dirt and stone right now. That's all it does. It will leave the ore in place. So if I were to find any ore, I'd be able to show you, but boom, a ridiculous amount of stone. This is probably where you want the clumping mod. Yeah, it handles ignores by ignoring them, yeah. Look at all this stone. See, I always like to dig underground. I always like to build things underground. So for me, having, like, I would love this dig spell, to be able to just carve out a big area underground. But it's very high mana cost. It's gonna be a very high mana cost, it's gonna be a longer cast time too. And you're not gonna be able to move while you cast it. You're gonna have to channel that crap. But yeah. It's good. It's good. I'm admin eating all this stone here. This was fun to make. This was definitely fun. And the regular dig spell, it's just a little 3x3 area. But its same rules apply. It can do dirt, it can do stone. That's it. Inferno, Cataclysm. But yeah. Find a single tunnel into a mountain, then dig out the rooms. Yeah, you know it. I'm looking. It's like I said, it's gonna be my favorite. One of my favorites. I have a lot of favorite spells. Most of the spells I like, and some of the spells too. Like I like True North. I like True North because I've played on servers with no map, no mini map. When you're in a thick forest because they put the world gen in and you're freaking lost in there, it's really nice to be able to tell where the hell north is. Really, really awesome. What was I working on before? What was I doing? Oh, this. There we go. Nails and strips, Eldrathnium. Perfect. That's done. So I need to do these 2 gateways still. Need to do these 2 gateways, and I need to figure out the equipment. Should you be using your old equipment? Or should I just have it to where you could maybe recycle your old equipment? You know, this is a problem that the game needs to figure out, right? Because I'm running off that same system, so you have like old crappy armor and it dies, right? It doesn't disappear like I think it should. It just forever stays there. Broken. And then what do you do when you move on to the next armor? It's not like in Minecraft I could just throw on crappy armor. And then in so many hits, when the durability's gone, it disappears, and I don't feel like I'm throwing out a whole set of armor. You know? Low durability, I'll just throw it on. I enjoy that system so much more than the system we have now for the armor. But yeah, maybe I'll have it to where you could recycle your old armor. Or maybe I'll just kind of gut it. And have it to where, yeah, you hit 0 durability, mage armor disappears. Could do that. Yeah, yay, Vatican. I am still streaming. I'm about to get up and get some food. Man, you came right in, right at the finish. So I have to do the gateway pedestal and the gateway core, and then the armor. Different armor here. What'd you miss? Well, I've been connecting all the dots. Everything is pretty much in. All the tablets are in. This is the last part until I have another release to give people, another alpha. Everything, like, this alpha is completely different than the other. It's you can play through all of this, right, all the way up to here. There's Ethereum now, so it's Arcanus, Ethereum, and Chimerite. You could play right up to here. You know, get all of this stuff. There are recipes for everything. The lacrimas we put in. The attunement cores, it's all the new attunement cores. Those work. I have the spell restrictions in. I showed off a couple of the other spells. So really, after this, it's going to be feedback. Figuring out how to get you the final tier 3 spell scrolls and stuff. But yeah, a lot of stuff, a lot of good stuff. I wanted to, and I want to finish at least these 5. You know what? Oh man, let me sit up a little. Let me get a drink of water. We'll do these recipes. I'll push out the alpha now. Last thing is documentation in the handbook. Yep, that will be up. Ideally, in a perfect world, I would have gotten some kind of feedback. I think you are the only one that's given me like some kind of feedback. Like, I like it. Like, I haven't heard a peep from anyone else. So I said earlier in the stream, I'm like, you know, all you guys that have access to this, I do not want to hear any bitching and complaining about recipes or balancing or well, you should have done. Like, you guys could have told me. Could have told me before when I was putting it in. All right, let's pull up the... Minimize all this stuff. All right, so the gateway core, the gateway pedestal, magician's hat, robe, and trousers. Documentation is a pet peeve of mine. Documentation is hell for me. It is hell. It's terrible. It's the worst part of modding for me. The worst part. And it's usually a deciding factor for when I want to add something to the game. I think the first thing I think about is, do I need to add anything, any kind of documentation? Do I need to change anything? Do I, you know? And if the answer is yes, I think about the fact that I don't want to do that, and then I kind of, you know, I talk myself out of adding things. Yes, I know. I have to do it for my work every day. I hate documentation. Gateway pedestal, gateway core. Let's take a look at how I'm handling the Oculus. This is just going to be a more expensive Oculus. Oculus core, Oculus pedestal. Okay, let's look at the Oculus pedestal. So I got some enchanted stone. Damn it. I got some enchanted stone, some arcanus, right? Some primordial fragments, rustic compounds, essence ash. The gateway stuff, I mean, it's got Eldrathrium in it. It's got obsidian in it. Okay. The pedestal, right? Okay, let me take another sneak peek here. So instead of enchanted stone, let's put in ingot dash Eldrathrium. There we go. Ingor ingot. And I'm gonna have you get, let's see, so if the bits are 2. 1 ingot. Let's not get greedy with it, right? Let's not get greedy. I can close that out. Obsidian. Obsidian would be a nice thing to have in here. Let's do stone dash obsidian. Game. All right. See, I don't want. So the old one had 2 ingots in it. Maybe I will do that. This is kind of a Cadillac thing to make. Kind of a tip of the hat. Like you're a pretty advanced mage getting to this point. Man, that recipe kind of sucks. The most expensive part was the Eldrath or the temporal gear. You know what? I'm gonna have this. I will have this cost a temporal gear. No, not this one. I will put it in the core. The core will have a temporal gear cost. Not the pedestal. You know, I'm gonna keep the pedestal pretty basic. Some Eldrathrium, some obsidian, something magical here. Let's put in. Let's kind of take a look at our stuff. I don't want to use rustic compound, although it may make sense. Couple rustic compound to like glue it all together, and then maybe some ash. Right, so we'll get some rustic compound. For essence ash, you know what? It's gonna take all 3 essence ash types. This is like a, because this could take any. You know what? Actually, no, not in here. Not in here. Let me keep this one simple. This will be a large... The large crystal will be the big expensive thing. So 2 Eldrathnium, 4 Obsidian, right? 2 Rustic Compound. And like, you know what? I'll go with 3. I'll go 3 large crystals. Doesn't really matter. There we go. Now let's copy this, right? Go into the core. I gotta put gear temporal back in. For this, it's gonna be like maybe 1 obsidian, 2 Eldrathnium, your basic compounds, and then let's close that pedestal. Let's get the Essence Ash. And we'll have a neutral, light, and dark ash in here. Copy, paste, 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 right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Paste. 8. Alright, so 2 Eldrathnium, 1 Obsidian, 2 Rustic Compound. The Essence Ash you get a lot of. You get a lot of. We'll do 32 of each one. Large Crystal, 1. Temporal Gear, 1. And Large Crystal, 2. Nah, you know what, 1. Because 1 plus the 3, right? The 3 for this. Yeah, so that would be 4 altogether. I think 4 is really easy to get, especially since the way you get it is pretty easy. Alright, so those 2 should be done. We're just going to verify the recipes, and then armor. I think I'll just copy the armor for the tier 1 stuff, and then just swap out the stuff to have it be tier 2. Alright, so let's find that recipe here. Let's pull up the hat. So this is going to be large, so it's going to be the same amount of Mage Weave. Yeah, and you know what? I'm going to have all 3 essence types in this one too. Neutral, light, dark. There'll be a tier 2 spell scroll. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay. Couple minutes. Alright, that's good. And I'll have to do this. Yes or no, I have to do it for my... Oh, okay. I'm like, wait, did I miss some chat? So I'm gonna paste this in here. Paste that in here, right? And then really it's just, I think it comes down to different amounts. You know what? Instead of 32, I'm going to do 16 of each. That'll be good. All right, save. All All right, and for the robes, yeah, so I just had, it was 10 cloth. And then I'll do 24, 24, and 24, right, for that. Oh, and the crystal count increased as well. There we go, and then the trousers, that was 8. I see this one probably should be 24, 24, 24. Put that in. And then, yep, and then that would be 3 crystals too. And this would have been 4. Yep. 4, 3, 2. Wait a minute. 6. Okay, this would be 6. Alright, so that would be 6. I screwed this all up. 16, 16, and 16. And that was supposed to be 3. Okay, there we go. And then the trousers are a step up, right? So that should be 4. 24, then 8, and then this should be 10. 32, and 4. There we go. All right. We're gonna reload. We're gonna reload. Thing that drives me mad is you can't use the normal sewing kit unless you have the clother trait. I think VS should change that. Maybe magically use it. Hint, hint. Well, you could change that in the world settings. You can remove all that stuff in the world settings when you make your world. All right, so that's nice and cheap. There we go. Good, good, and good. All right, y'all. That's it. I'm gonna find someone to raid, and then later today, like probably in the next 30 minutes, expect the new alpha for those who have access to it. All right, and we are going to raid. We're gonna raid Wasteland Puppy. He has been on a roll with this game. /raid Wasteland Puppy. All right, everyone. Thank you so much for watching. Had a lot of good stuff. Basically, I got some big brain stuff now. Some big brain stuff to do. I have to figure out how you're gonna get Chimerite and the tier 3 stuff. I think the rest of the mod right now, the ease into like the soft tiers that I have in, it feels so much better just playing with it. So much better. But I just gotta figure out how I can do a soft tier for like the tier 3 Chimerite. Because once you unlock like the neutral, like the light and the dark essences, those, I mean, you could like, I need some kind of buffer in there so you don't skip Ethereum and go right into Chimerite. There's gotta be something in there. Something. But we'll figure it out. All right, everyone. I'm loving what I'm seeing and hearing. Yeah, it's good stuff. Thank you. Have a wonderful day. I may be back again streaming today. I have most of my chores done. Yards mowed, like, you know, dishes and everything's done. Everything's clean. It's just about fun today. Thank you. Have a great day, everyone. Talk to y'all later. Bye.